Good day to all. Today our topic is pattern making in sand casting, which is important step in sand casting process because we want to make a product, the final product may be in the shape of pattern. So that pattern making is the important process in sand casting process. Myself, Dr. B. Suresh Kumar, Department of Mechanical Engineering, K. Ramakrishnan College of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. Here, before going into the pattern making process, what is patent, what is the meaning for patent, we should aware about what are all the steps available in sand casting processes. So, the sand casting processes started with the sand preparation. After preparing the sand, we go for mold preparation. After that, po- after that molten metal preparation. After melting the molten metal, the pouring the molten metal pouring into mold cavity. After that, this process is known as casting. After producing the casting with the fettling process, the casting moved to heat treatment for ensuring the property of the material. After that, cleaning and finishing process is available. Finally, inspection, the quality control department conducting the non-destructive testing and the destructive testing for ensuring the quality norms with respect to the customer need. Which are all the processes are available in sand casting. So the initial process is pattern making and the pattern. What is the meaning for pattern? A pattern is a replica of the object to be cast. What we want to the final product, we make a duplicate for the product, which is known as a pattern, which is used to create a mold cavity into which molten material will be poured during the casting process. Generally, patterns used in sand casting may be made of wood, metal, plastic, or other materials like wax or plaster of Paris. So, the pattern is the important metal in sand casting process. We should aware about what is the pattern and what all the factors associated with the pattern making process is important. Then, need of pattern. Why we need a pattern in sand casting? Because we should create the mold cavity inside the mold. We need pattern. So pattern is the replica of what we want as the final product. So we can place the pattern inside the cope box or drag box with respect to the requirement. So we can place the pattern inside the mold. After that, we can fill the sand. Based on that, this diagram, we should aware about what is drag box, what is cope box. Cope box is the top box, drag box is the bottom box. So we can place the pattern inside the mold, which creates the mold cavity. Here we may place the riser, pouring basin, which is called as a runner. Likewise, after runner, we may cut the gate. The gate is connected to the mold cavity. Likewise, we are creating the mold cavity in sand casting process. For creating this mold cavity, we should need a pattern. So we should aware about what is meant by pattern, and then what are all the factors are available with the pattern. So that initial step is, how do we select the pattern materials? There are wood, plastic, metal and wax, lot of materials available. How do we select the pattern material? Based on their performance, as like sturdy and durable. Sturdy and durable means which is not wrap and change shape during casting process. After that, anti-abrasion and water resistance. It should resist the water during the pattern making, I mean mold making process, because there is lot of humidity available. That humidity does not affect the pattern material. So that anti-abrasion and water resistance are important. Easy to form, do not change in temperature and humidity. The humidity, the thermal expansion not hampering with the pattern material. After that, low cost and smaller weight, because cost is important for profitable manufacturing. So that the material should be low cost and smaller weight, balance between cost and profit. And other factors to be considered for selection of pattern materials are easily worked, shaped and joined, light in weight, strong, hard and durable, resistant to wear and abrasion, resistant to corrosion and to chemical reaction. It should resist the chemical reaction, so we can keep the material as long life. Okay, after that, dimensionally stable and unaffected by variations in temperature and humidity, available at low cost, which is the general point. So these are all the important factors to be considered for selection of pattern materials. Other factors also involved in selection of pattern materials, which means which are all number of castings to be produced, metal to be cast, dimensional accuracy and surface finish, shape, complexity and the size of castings, casting design parameters as like gate pattern, gating system, runner, riser design, likewise casting design parameters. After that, type of molding materials, the chance of repeat orders, nature of molding process, it may be a manual molding or otherwise machine molding, which is the molding process we utilize. Likewise, we may select the pattern material. After that, position of core print. What is meant by core print? Let's see. After that, pattern materials. What are all the pattern materials available in industries? General pattern materials are wood, metals and alloys, plastic, plaster of Paris, plastic and rubbers, wax and resins. How do I select these materials with respect to the process, type of process? There are a lot of casting processes available. For example, if I consider investment cast means I utilize wax as the pattern rather than wood and the metals. Likewise, with respect to the process, I can select the pattern materials. But the usual pattern materials are wood, metal and plastics. The most commonly used pattern material is wood, since it is readily available and of low weight, easily shaped and low cost. So, in normal industries, alloy casting industries or mild steel industries, any materials, if the industrialists are utilizing wood because of its nature of activities as like easily shaped and low cost and low weight. And then, but wood has limitations. It also has its own limitations like absorption of moisture, which can cause distortion and dimensional changes. You know, generally our window woods are having thermal expansion during rainy seasons because of the absorption of moisture content, it expands. Likewise, the pattern also has its own expansion, so that dimensional changes will be occurred. For the reason industrialist, metals as a pattern material they selected, so metal patterns ensure the hardness and easy to shape, but it has also its own limitations as like easy to rust and heavy mass. We can transport to one place to another place. Transport from one place to another place is a difficult task because the high weight. After that, it may spoil because of oxidation process, easy to rust, so that we can't maintain the dimensions throughout the life of the casting process. So metal patterns also has its own limitations. For the reason in industries they are replacing plastic patterns. Plastic patterns conform the light mass, waterproof, chemical resistant. Well, yes, it should not affected by acidic processes, so that it should be a chemical resistant one and a good surface finish. You ultimately you may see the plastics are has good surface finish quality. If I rub with my hand means I can feel the good surface finish on plastic material, so that we can utilize for high surface finish product as a plastic patterns with the plastic patterns. But it also has limitation. It has a limitation of easy to crack. If I give the load or impact force on the plastic materials, it may crack, which is the limitation available in plastic patterns. For improving surface finish, investment castings are introduced. The investment castings generally utilized wax and plaster of Paris material as the pattern material. So different processes are utilized different pattern materials for making the process good. As well, the rating of pattern characteristic with the different pattern materials. For pattern material selection, we should consider the pattern material characteristics. What are all the characteristics we studied? The machinability characteristics, wear resistance, strength, weights and repairability. These are all the main characteristics. And if I utilizing greens and molding means there should be a water, so that the pattern should have the property of corrosion resistance and swelling resistance. What are all the properties they are having? Let's see the characteristics. First, machinability I consider means wood has excellent property with the machinability. Aluminum good machinability because it is a ductile material. Steel fair because it has higher hardness, so that tool selection and the process selection is difficult for steel as a pattern. After that, plastic have good machinability characteristics, and then cast iron also has its own good characteristics with the machinability. And then wear resistance. Wear is the rubbing resistance against the applying the force, so that how can we increase wear resistance is a different topic. But in pattern material, how the wear resistance are available? For example, if I consider wood means it has poor resistance. Already you are aware about how the wood or behaves with the rubbing action, so that wood have poor resistance, wood has poor wear resistance. After that, aluminum has good wear resistance. And then steel has excellent, steel has hardness, so that it has excellent wear resistance. Plastic has fair. After that, cast iron also has its excellent property with the wear resistance. After that, strength also important for selection of pattern materials, so that the wood materials is fair for strength. Applying the load means it may be break or it may be crack, so that the fair strength property available with the wood. After that, the aluminum has good, and the steel is excellent. Already the steel is a high hard material, so that you are aware about it has higher strength than any other material, so strength is excellent. After that, plastic has good. After that, cast iron also has good strength. And then weights, wood has excellent weight characteristics, and then aluminum good weight characteristics, and then steel poor weight characteristics. After that, the plastic has good weight characteristics, and the cast iron has the poor weight characteristics. After that, repairability means if any crack, if any deformation is available on the pattern, means how can we maintain, how can we repair that crack, how can we repair that deformation with the aid of wood, which is excellent repairability property. Aluminum has poor repairability, and steel has good repairability because we can easily weld, and we can easily bracing or soldering the steel materials, so that it has good repairability property. After that, plastic has fair the repairability, and then cast iron has good repairability. So the next pattern material characteristics with respect to water. Corrosion resistance. The wood has excellent corrosion resistance. Already the wood, you are aware about wood did not have oxidation with any moisture content, so that it has excellent corrosion resistance properties. The same like aluminum also excellent corrosion resistance. The steel has poor corrosion resistance. The plastic has excellent corrosion resistance, and cast iron has poor corrosion resistance. And then swelling resistance. Swelling means the expansion with respect to applied humidity on the workpiece material, which means pattern material. How the swelling is the expansion, so that wood has poor. If I apply the moisture content on wood, means it should expand, so that the swelling is happening on wood, so that it has poor swelling resistance property. Aluminum has excellent swelling resistance. Steel and plastic, cast iron are all having excellent swelling resistance property than wood material, so that these are all the basic characteristics needed for selection of pattern materials. And then functions of the pattern. What are all the functions? We may select the material, we may concentrate different characteristics of pattern materials. Then we should aware about what are all the functions of pattern in sand casting process. A pattern prepares a mold cavity for the purpose of making a casting, which is the first function. The pattern is used to make a mold cavity on the mold. After that, a pattern may contain projections known as core prints for supporting the cores within the mold cavity. For the reason we may create the core prints. If the casting requires a core and need to be made hollow. For creating the core print, we should maintain the or we should create the pattern with the hollow. With that hollow only we can place the core. After that, runner, gates and risers used for feeding molten metal in the mold cavity may form a part of the pattern. So that runner, gates and risers are also important functions in pattern. We should aware, okay, about what is the function of runner, what is the function of gates, what is the function of risers. Let's see, we will discuss. Okay, patterns properly made and having finished and smooth surfaces reduce casting defects. So the pattern should possess its surface quality characteristics. If my pattern has high surface quality, means I can utilize for making a cast, utilizing these patterns for making a good quality castings, which means the defectless castings. And then a properly constructed pattern minimizes the overall cost of the casting. So the cost also important function for pattern making process. So these are all the important things we should aware about. How do we make the patterns, how do we select the pattern materials, what are all the functions that related with the pattern. Likewise we may aware now, but what are all the patterns available, types of pattern. The pattern has its own types. So according to the process, the patterns can be classified. The patterns may be classified according to the process, and then according to the topology which can be created for the final, according to the weight of the castings, and also how can we reduce the weight of the pattern. So for the reason we may develop the different pattern types. So single piece or solid pattern is the general form. We can utilize this for making a simple mold cavity in mold, which is known as single piece or solid pattern. The example of single piece means in lathe machine you see there is pulley. How can we make that pulley? The pulley can be made with the casting process as a single piece pattern. After that, split pattern. We can split the pattern into two parts. One is top part, another one is bottom part. We can place the top part with the go box, bottom part with the drag balls. Tumble is one of the best example for split pattern. So then match plate pattern. In wall body industries we may see it may be a 3 inch, 2 inch or 22 inch class, 150 class or 300 class wall body, means we can create a pattern and we can attach that pattern into some plate. That plate is called as match plate. We can attach the pattern into the match plate, means that pattern is known as match plate pattern, because we can easily transfer one place to another place. The handling also easy, and also we can reduce the defects associated with the pattern transformation from one place to another place. We can reduce the defects. After that, gated pattern. What is gate? I will tell you what is gate, what is the function of gate. I will tell you. We may introduce or incorporate the gates to the pattern, which is known as gated pattern. After that, loose piece pattern. For example, if you consider that dovetail guideways, there is a taperness is available with the dovetail shapes. How do we make the pattern for that dovetail joints or dovetail guideways? Yes, the taper part may be made with the different pattern, I mean different stick. Okay, after that we can attach that stick into the pattern. So after making the mold cavity, we can remove the top side of pattern. After that we can remove the bottom side of tapered piece, so that that piece is known as loose piece pattern. So we can develop the pattern into different parts. So that parts can be removed from the mold cavity, so that which are all called as loose piece pattern, because we are creating the pattern with the n number of structures. After that, sweep pattern, the symmetrical parts. Symmetrical parts means if you are seeing in kitchen, there are lot of domestic items are available. those things are in symmetrical shape, which means the central axis available. If I revolve that profile with that central axis, means I can get the shape of that domestic items, which can be created with a pattern also. In that pattern there is one central robe available. In that central rope I can connect the sweep pattern. I can rotate or swell the sweep pattern on the sand. I can get the final shape. The symmetrical mold cavity can be created with this kind of sweep patterns. And then skeleton pattern. What is skeleton? Skeleton, our body also has skeleton. So that what is skeleton pattern? The high weight, huge weight patterns, we can reduce the weight of that pattern with the aid of this kind of skeleton pattern. Skeleton pattern means we can create the pattern with the outermost part with sticks and any other topological structures. From that we can make the skeleton. After that we can fill it within the skeleton with the sand particles. From this I can make the new patterns. I utilize that pattern for making a mold cavity in mold, so that with this kind of pattern is called as skeleton pattern. After that, segmented pattern. The connecting rods are made up of with the aid of segmented pattern. After that, shell molding. Shell molding always utilizes the shell pattern, so that we can make the hollow shapes inside the pattern. From this also we can reduce the weight of the pattern, so that shell pattern also available in casting process. So these are all the patterns available in industries. After that, now you are aware about what is pattern, how do we select the pattern materials. After that, what are all the types of patterns are available. Now we go for pattern making process. How do we make the patterns? The important points in pattern designing are parting plane, which is separated line from bottom part, and the top part, which is known as parting plane. Shape of the pattern, which is topological information about the patterns, and dimensions of castings and core. Then pattern material. These are all the important things we should consider the pattern making process. And then how do I design the pattern, which is the second question. That decide the parting plane. What is parting plane? Divide the upper and lower part of the pattern. That surface is symmetrical. Already I told you about tumble pattern, which is split pattern. In that split pattern, okay, in that split pattern, in center of that split pattern there is a line. It separates the top side and the bottom side. So the divide the upper and lower part of the pattern, that surface is symmetrical. So which is the first initial step in pattern designing. After deciding the parting plane, we can move to determine the shape and dimension of core print support. Let's say we will what is mean by core print and what is mean by core print support. The core print supports of either end. So the pattern has its either ends as a core print. Determine pattern dimension and allowance. In pattern designing, we should aware about what are all the pattern dimensions available, what are all the allowances we should give on the pattern, we should determine. So we can design based on pattern allowance also. Then determine the pattern materials. Which material I utilize? Wood, plastic or metal, wax. Likewise, which material I utilized? Based on that also I design the pattern dimensions and the shape. And then located while pattern assembly, which is the last step I considered for pattern designing. What is located while pattern assembly? Which can be easily withdrawal and disassembly from the mold, which is also important step available with the pattern designing. After completing this, I can move to casting pattern allowance. What are all the allowances are available in pattern making process. Then finally I go for pattern making. Now we can move to what are all the pattern allowances available in pattern making process. What is meant by pattern allowance first? Pattern allowance is a vital feature as it affects the dimensional characteristics of the castings. How it affects the dimensional characteristics? What are all the allowances I should consider before making the pattern? First one is shrinkage or contraction allowance. the material is converted into molten stage. After that it converted it into solid state, means there is liquid phase and a solid phase available. During the phase transformation, the shrinkage occurs in the molten metal in the solidification process. So that we should aware about how the casting material have the shrinkage. Okay, so that we can incorporate that much of shrinkage allowances it into the pattern material, so which also called as contraction. So we add that allowance on the pattern. Okay, after that draft allowance. If the pattern material is straight perpendicular, means if I removal from the mold, means which also captures the sand particles with the pattern side walls because of cohesiveness and adhesiveness of sand particles properties. For the reason, we may introduce some taperness on the pattern material, which known as draft allowance. Every pattern has a draft allowance for easily remove the pattern from the mold. Then finish or machining allowance, because the casting has typical dimension. Typical dimension means plus or minus 1 mm. So that how we can't able to give the perfect assembly, which means perfect tolerance with the casting process because of shrinkage and the expansion process of during solidification of molten metal. So that we should add some machining allowances on pattern materials, which after we create the casting, we can move that part it into machining process. From that we can remove the excess material from the casting, so that we can give that it into the pattern. That size, that dimension is known as machining allowance. After that, distortion allowance. Our door can't able to open or close during the rainy season because the door wood material is expanded or contracted during the thermal modification or humidity modifications. So after solidification, the metals or materials also has distorted from its natural shape, so that we can give the distortion allowance also on the pattern material. So distortion allowance also important. Finally, the wrapping or shaking allowance. After completing the cast molding process, we should remove the pattern from the mold sand. During that time, we can insert the draw spike. After that, we shake the draw spike. From that shake, we can remove the pattern from the mold. So that we should give the shaking allowance on that pattern materials, which is known as wrapping or shaking allowance. So these are all the allowances are available in pattern making process, and also we should consider how much of dimensions we can give positively on the pattern material for making the casting. So the finally pattern making. Now you aware about how do I select the pattern material, what are all the design aspects involved in pattern making process, and what are all the allowances I should give on the pattern materials, so that we may give the I have the idea. Now we should move to pattern making process. So each pattern consists of gating system to pour molten metal into the mold cavity. For what purpose we manufacture the pattern, what purpose we produce the pattern? For the entering of molten metal into the mold cavity. For example, here you see the hidden line or shows the mold cavity, and then I designed the pouring basin, sprue basin, after that gates, runner, and then runner expansion. These are all the thing is available for pattern making process. These are all the thing is known as gating system. So that the gating system design also important for making a pattern. What is the purpose of pouring basin? What is the purpose of sprue? What is the purpose of runner? Let's see. Here, pouring cup. The pouring cup is known as also pouring basin. What is pouring cup? Cone shaped that control turbulence of liquid metal flow and stabilize flow rate. Because pouring of molten metal into the mold cavity through runner means the runner may have tapered part. If I pour the molten metal into some velocity means it has a turbulence. That turbulence may affect the most sand casting side wall due to the erosion property. So we should avoid that turbulence of liquid metal flow, and also we can stabilize that flow with the aid of pouring cup design. Similarly, we can separate the slag from pouring. Okay, we may know what is slag. Slag is the foreign materials which contains with the molten metal. That foreign materials is floated on the ladle, and that the same metal is entered into the mold cavity. That metals are hanged on that mold cavity on pouring up. So from that we can remove that slag from pouring. After that, spruce. Where is sprue? Which tapered with this tapered part is known as sprue. What is the purpose? The funnel shaped. That funnel directs the molten metal from pouring cup into tapered through the runner and going into the gate, vice versa. For the reason here the sprue, that is funnel shape, available. After that, gate, end of the flow path. The gate is available end of the flow path of the runner. Okay, end of the flow path, that where mold cavity starts. Here you see the gate available. It ended where the mold cavity starts. So that the gate is ended with where mold cavity is started. So the end of the flow path, that where mold cavity starts. It classified into two types. The gate can be classified into two types. What are the types? One is large gate and another one is small gate. Why we introduce large gate in a gating system? Large gate is used to cool the metal quickly. If I want to molten metal it into quickly cool means I utilize large gate. And also some materials are needed small cooling, slow cooling. For the reason I introduced small gate. From this also I can achieve small cooling, I mean slow cooling rate in solidification process. From this slow cooling I can achieve higher strength, higher hardness in yield of casting process. After that, riser. Where is riser? The riser is available on top of the mold cavity. Yes, this hidden part is known as riser. Why we need riser? The riser is also called as molten metal cavity. Worker will know from this riser, the worker will know whether the mold cavity is filled or not. We can visualize that it is naked eye, the mold is filled or not, can be seen with that riser. After that, compensate for metal shrinkage as it reduces temperature and helps prevent holes. Compensate for metal shrinkage means during the solidification process the metals get shrink. On that time the riser supplies the molten metal to the mold cavity. From this the casting shrinkage may be avoided. For the reason the risers are introduced in gating system. And then finally, design factors in pattern for casting. What are all the other design factors we considered in pattern making process? The casting patterns must be designed in a way to enhance the solidification. We should aware about the solidification, what all the solidification process is available, how the dendrites are formed, how the dendrites growth is formed in solidification process. We should aware. From the nucleation formation with the foreign materials, the dendrites formation is initiated. Let's see in our next presentation what is the solidification process. The casting patterns must be designed in a way to enhance the solidification, and the casting process reliability of the castings, cost related to tooling and production are reduced, and stress concentrators are condensed. The toolings are, it is also one of the manufacturing process, so that what all the equipment cost, what all the tooling cost are required for making the pattern. Pattern making is one of the carpentry process also. If I utilize the wood for making a pattern means I utilize the carpenter for making that pattern, so that I can give the cost for pattern making process to the carpenter also. So the casting pattern designer has to absorb the flow of steel into the mold to avoid turbulent flow and producing rapid fill. For the filling of rapid filling is also needed, but the rapid filling is avoided the turbulence. Okay, already I told you the turbulence creates the erosion process inside the mold cavity. We avoid that erosion process with the aid of the pattern or gating design. During the process of solidification, a mold must have been designed to suitably place the appropriate sized risers to supply the molten metal into casting. The riser also indicates the level of filling. After that, it also supplies the molten metal to the mold cavity or casting for reducing or avoiding the shrinkage of casting. And then removing the holes. There are a lot of holes available in casting processes. What are the holes? The core holes. Okay, how can we reduce the holes with the enough pattern design? The removing the holes, removing all the holes formed by cores. Yes, core is the majority factor to make a hole inside the mold cavity. So the removing all the holes formed by cores from the product is required. Also, as the pattern design is required to produce the core characteristics in reference to the design of the core support in the mold. The volume equivalent to the entire core is to be added to the geometry of the pattern to achieve the desired pattern shape. Here you see, which is a pattern. The pattern side walls either side has core print for supporting the core inside of a mold cavity, so that this core print makes the holes on castings. This holes should be avoided with should be minimized with the pattern making process. The core print is used to support the core inside the mold cavity. Finally, we may avoid this produced hole or minimize this produced hole with the aid of pattern making process. Now you are aware about what are all the pattern materials available. After that, how do we select the pattern material for pattern making process? What are all the types of patterns available in pattern? After that, how do we design the pattern? What is gating system? What is meant by runner? What is meant by riser? What is screw pacing? Okay, likewise you may aware. Okay, if any doubts you may ask me through comment box. Thank you all.